Hello everybody, and welcome to Chrontendo month here on Gameplay and Review. This was one of the games that he gave a dishonorable mention for when he did his list of the worst Famicom / NES games between 1983 and 1987. Now, he did put this in his top 10, and eventually I will find out why, because I'm not sure if it's going to be like in that sort of category where I'm going to hate it or I'm not. It might be actually a surprise. I don't know. But I will say this. I remember playing a type of game that was like this, that was released for the NES, and I didn't really like it. I didn't really like it back in the day when I played it. This was back when I was a kid. But this particular game was never released in the United States. This was a Famicom game, and it does have the same title, but I have never played it, so it's going to be done for Gameplay and Review. And that is of course called the Black Bass. And there is a Black Bass game that was released for the NES, but that was actually quite different from the actual game that I'm going to play today. I don't know how this game is going to be. I'm practically going to play this essentially completely blind and figure out how to actually play this particular game. And I assume that it's going to be easy to play. I don't know. And how it's going to be, I don't really know. Will it get a green, yellow, or red card? The only way I'm going to find out is if I actually play it. And of course, if you're new, make sure if you really like these videos, make sure you subscribe for future videos, so that way you'll know how I do my ratings, because I do my ratings on a card basis, green, yellow, or red. And of course I found my green card. This is what I'll be giving out, even though it's not in the best of shape. It really isn't. It's just a made green card that I did. And of course, if it doesn't get a green card, it will get one of these, yellow or red. Red is of course the lowest of the low, and green is the highest of the high. It means I highly recommend it. And of course, yellow's in the middle. So without further ado, I'm going to play and review the Black Bass. Okay, everybody, it's time to play the Black Bass, and I don't know how this game is going to be yet, but I'm going to find out. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. Just put random name. Okay, so that's how it's gonna be, I guess. Start. Oh, there is a continue option, which is pretty cool. Start. Okay. It's the same concept as that one Black Bass game. I'll pick that. Okay, you have to hit the A button, then you press B when you're ready. Wow, this is cool. Is that how it goes? And then it just leaves. How do you make it? Da 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 da. Wow, so far this game sucks. What the fuck? Oh. So I get a fish. Awesome. .25 centimeters. Okay. Can I move to a different location? Or I gotta be... So I gotta be in this location only. Alright. Fire it away. I was lucky that I snagged the fish. This is clumsy though. Look at this. Look how bad that is. You can't... Is this how you're supposed to do it and the fish is supposed to come? Come on, fish. Fuck you. That's all I gotta say. And I hate this annoying sound. Hear the annoying sound? When you hold the A button, that's pretty crappy. Is that like that? I might as well just wait. I wonder if that's all you're supposed to do is just wait for a fish and then tug along. Yeah, the NES game that I played back in the past. You know, I watched a little bit of Stuttering Craig's video of the Black Bass. He's at least kind of superior. At least you don't have to deal with this crap. Man. did get it fixed right. I was pretty lucky at it. I was pretty lucky. Come on. I really don't like this music either. It's so repetitive. At least the title screen music was better. This is so generic. It's like... I really don't like the graphics either. And that one particular thing, when your ship almost starts to appear, it doesn't look right on there. Maybe it would play a lot better if I did it on Dystopia. That's what I'm thinking about doing. See the difference. This is just clumsy. So far, this is just clumsily made. See, that shouldn't be there. It really shouldn't. Is it finally gonna give me a fit? Nope. Does that end the... No. So it gives me a couple of choices. Alright, I'll be right back. Well, so I'm going to try this on Dystopia, see if I can get a better... see if that one effect doesn't... hopefully that one thing doesn't look how like the FCEG Ultra GX does. Kind of surprised. Well, I'm gonna check the Dystopia emulator, see if that's better on this game. This is Dystopia, of course. Nope, the same. Alright. Let's get back to it. Let's just finish my review and get it over with. Well, not finish my review. Finish my gameplay of this. So it really makes no difference. We're going to try that this time. So no matter which emulator I try, it's going to be the same. So obviously, that's in the game. That stupid effect where it shows the boat on the left side when you keep moving to the right, moving your lure to the right, and then the boat actually officially appears on the right after quite a bit. That's a bad programming error. See, eventually I'm going to try it with different emulators, see if that effect doesn't occur on any of them, and I'll give you an update on that. But for right now, let's just finish reviewing this sucker, because, or should I say, play this sucker, because I'm about ready to give my final review, guys. This is just clumsy. See, look at... See, that shouldn't be there. I assume that's in the actual game if you're actually playing it. That should not be there when you're near the boat. That's bad. That is bad. Oh, and I don't like this either. That you can't use the D-pad to move this down, left, and right. You have to hit A to move down and B to select it. That's bull. And I played a Hot B game for gameplay and review, and I really liked that one. It was called Palamedes, and Hot B, give me a break. You could have set this up to where you could move left and right to at least move it that up and down rather than not the A button. But no, you have to move you have to press the A button to do it. It's pretty crappy. See, this is clumsy. So the controls kind of suck too. At least it gives you a shot to see this. That goes down, and I don't. Why does certain fishing lure go down and others do not? Snag it, you sucker. See, certain ones go down and others do not. Is this the only fishing lure that goes down? So I guess this is superior to the other fishing lures. I had 2 fishing lures that don't go down. So I don't think this is one of the worst games ever. Look at that. But that's pathetic. That's really pathetic. That's the worst part of this game. Question is, can I... Okay, I can move to a different location. You know what? We're going to try a different fish. We're going to do that one. Can this move now? Yes, it can. Get it? You have to press the A button. Oh, he stole my lure, you fucking asshole. Oh, fuck you. See, this does have promise. But see, certain lure you can't move down. You have a disadvantage. That's clumsy. So that's another thing I don't like about the game, is that certain lure you can't move. Certain lure you can't move down, so you're basically stuck. So you have to do your best lure, essentially, and it makes a couple of these lures pointless to use. Oh, that's pathetic. Look at, and it has that awful it has that awful effect where once you move close to the boat. I don't want that lure. I don't want that lure, please. Take it away. See, this lure you can't move down to. It makes this lure pretty much unusable. Yeah, I'm about had enough with this, guys. See, that's awful. That is awful. That stupid effect when you're near the boat is awful. So if you hold B, it does that. So you have to make sure that you let go of B. Now I know why this game sucks. It's playable. I will say that it is playable, but I honestly hate this game. I'd rather play the other one. I'll be quite honest. The other Black Bass game, I think is superior, honestly. You don't have fishing lure that is... There we go. So I think if I hold the button B, then it won't let me... Okay. We haven't tried this yet. Will this go down? No. Does it? No. So you have 3 lure that's inferior to 2 of the lure that you can actually use and put down. You can't put these down. The other 3 you just have to wait and see if the fish takes it. That's pretty much it. See if the fish goes up to take it. That's bullshit. And it really is. No, this game fucking sucks. And I remember Armake would usually say, "This game sucks!" Yeah, I'm about had enough, guys. It's playable. Problem is, you're given fishing lure that's inferior, that don't go down, and you only get 2 fishing lure that goes down. That's pathetic. The ones that go down actually have much more of a successful rate to catch a fish than those 3 lure. Put you in a disadvantage right away. So I've had enough. I'm done. I will see you for my final verdict and review. But you probably already know my final verdict as it is. Alright. Quick update. The fisherman on the left side shouldn't have been there. It wasn't Hoppy's fault. It was actually the emulators that I tried. Because when I tried certain emulators on my computer, they actually emulated the game properly. So if you see the fisherman on the left side as you're moving the lure, you know that the game is not being emulated properly. So find an emulator that will emulate the game properly. And once you do, then you should be able to have a little more fun with the game if you are a fan of fishing games. However, I'm not a big fan of fishing games. So this is going to get a red card no matter what. And of course I didn't like the NES game either. I didn't like the NES game that I played as a kid. But now I'm going to talk about, I'll talk about the pros first. The graphics are fine. I didn't have a problem with the graphics. That was probably the best part. And I didn't mind the title screen music. That is it. But the music that was used for the fishing scene in which you're trying to snag a fish sucked. I will say that. But my biggest gripe, well, there's a couple of biggest gripes. The selection controls. They mapped it out to where you are using the B and A buttons instead of using the D-pad and the start button or the select and start button. The A is to move the cursor down and the B is to select it. And I hated that. I really did. Another thing that I didn't like was the actual lure. And that is because certain lure don't move down. Only a few move down. And the ones that move down are actually superior to the ones that don't move down. The ones that don't move down, you're going to have to be lucky to snag a fish, because certain fish will not take it. I was lucky to get at least one fish, but that was out of pure luck. The lure that moved down is the lure that is the best in my opinion. The ones that don't move down are harder because certain fish will not take it. And as a result of those particular flaws, oh, and of course I don't like when, I think I've already said this, when you hold the A button while you're trying to snag a fish, it has this annoying noise. And I hated that too. So as a result of those particular flaws, that's why it's getting a red card by me. I will say, out of all the Black Bass games that I've ever played, this is the worst. It is. It really is the worst. I find the NES game that I played as a kid a little better, but not much. Really not much. Is this going to be one of the worst games that I played for 2021? You're going to have to find out in December. And now I know why Chrontendo put this as one of his dishonorable mentions for the worst games that he reviewed that were released between 1983 and 1987. That's been my review of the Black Bass, and I thank you all for watching. Stay safe and stay awesome, and happy gaming.